So I changed it out to this style of brush, and we'll see how that works compared to the other brush, which was right here. So this is what I've been using. Let's see if this style works any better. All right. Hey, good morning guys, welcome to day 2 of grinding down the interior. So a quick recap of what I got so far from yesterday. Cleaned this stuff up pretty good, still a little bit more here to clean up, but I was just being careful because all the wiring is there. So today what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna pull out all these wire looms that you see here and get it all out of the way, so you know I can work without having to be concerned about it. So I'm gonna do this back half first, and then I'll transition to the front. And again, there's more wires and cables, and again I'm gonna pull those out over there before I get started on that end. But as you can see, the wire wheel has cleaned it up fairly nicely. I would say it's a little faster than using the scraper. So I bought this paint scraper here. I sharpened it a little bit, and you can see it's still pretty hard to take off. So I'm just gonna hit it with the wire wheel, make it a lot faster. So all right guys, stay tuned. So we're gonna be really careful with these clips. They're old and they're brittle. Try not to break them. But here I have a couple of tools, different sizes, panel poppers or panel removers, and you can find these your local hardware store, or you know, Amazon. You can pretty much find everything on Amazon. So these are some of the ones I recommend. This plastic one particularly, when I purchased it, it was part of like a entire set with a couple other sizes, but this is probably my go-to one. It's small enough to get in other places. I would recommend you find something like this, if not a little thinner. That way you can get around the really hard stuff, like for dashes and stuff like that. So I just broke one, but you know, these are really brittle and sometimes you can't get around it, so it is what it is. Just try your best to be careful with these. I have a feeling this other one might break too, but got it, but it's kind of mangled up. But at least if it's mangled, you can still kind of salvage that. While you're grinding, and eye protection. I prefer the face shield just so you get better coverage and protection, and they're relatively cheap, and they won't fog up on you like safety goggles. Alright, so I got this loom entirely on the back, and you know, we're probably gonna leave it out because it's going to paint, so you want to get all the stuff out of the way. That's less stuff for the painters that they have to do, and less stuff you have to worry about being covered in overspray and stuff like that, and also save some time and money on your end because you're prepping most of the car for them. So that's something to keep in mind. If you have the ability and know how to do this, just adjust here and yeah. So it's just it's not hard, just time consuming and need some patience. Up, I just broke a clip and I didn't even pry it that hard. It's just old. And this line here is to your fuel door. So that's the cable that goes to the fuel. Just gonna move it out of the way. Because I need to hit this spot up here. So just get it up and out of the way as much as we can, and continue to remove the rest of these. Towards the front there. So this cable here is for the trunk, and this cable here is for your fuel door. So that's probably the last one I'm gonna do right here, and I should be able to start grinding away on the back without anything in the way, except for, you know, this cable here that I can just pull up like that and it'll be up and out of the way in these areas. On newer cars, these come out a lot easier. Obviously this is a 96, so it's a fairly old car, 20-plus-year-old car, so you know the plastic gets brittle. And on the newer cars it's a little easier, but you still have to be careful because sometimes they'll just break on you depending on the type of plastic they use. Certain manufacturers will use something a little bit harder and more stiff, and those are really only designed to go in once and stay in. And certain other manufacturers, they use a little bit softer material, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier to take apart. Alright, so that's up and out of the way. This is up and out of the way. Just remove it from this last clip here so I get a little bit more slack. Now I got plenty of space. So let me get everything set up. Let me clean out the trunk over here, move all these tools out of the way, and start grinding. got some pretty good progress. Finished most of this area back here. Certain areas is kind of hard to reach like that. I'm gonna come in with a different tool. I'm gonna hit the passenger side now. So I changed it out to this style of brush, and we'll see how that works compared to the other brush, which was right here. So this is what I've been using. Let's see if this style works any better. All right, taking a little break from grinding right now. You gotta get yourself a little paintbrush, and you can clean up some of the areas, see what you need to get and what not, and cleans up pretty nicely. Just want to clean up some of this mess. Just tired of seeing it. Probably counterintuitive because we're gonna continue to grind some more, and it's probably gonna splatter all over the place too. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep this to a minimum. I just want to vacuum some of this stuff up, just so it doesn't get all over the place more than it already is, and it allows you to see if there's any spots that you've missed and if you need to come back to some of those spots. So again, a very tedious process, but in my opinion it's going to be quite rewarding. The finished product will look a lot better after it's all painted. So just gonna clean all this stuff up, and you know, later I'm actually gonna come in with a air gun and blow it all out. You want this as clean as you can, so you know, when it goes to paint, you don't have to worry about this stuff contaminating the paint or making it look bad. So we're gonna give this a nice cleaning after this. That can go, don't need any of that. But as you can but it's just good to clean up a little bit, just so you can see if there's certain areas that you need to go back and hit. I can already see some now. It was kind of hard to see earlier because of all the stuff that was on there. So yeah, just gonna clean this up some more and then go. Cleaned up a bit. I can see some of the areas that I missed. I mean, I know those areas I missed for sure because it's pretty hard to get to. But like out here, there's area that I missed there, and a couple more here. And had I not cleaned it, I would have not seen it. So I'm gonna carry on, and the goal is to get this back half done today. Take a look at this brush. See how it's getting thinner and it's losing some areas. So this thing's pretty much toast. It's time to get a new one. I don't have another one on hand, so I'm gonna run out to the store and grab one really quick. You'll start to notice a big difference in the way it works, and actually these shards right here will start spitting out at you, and you're gonna get a lot of vibration coming through the grinder because it's not balanced anymore. So I'm gonna go back and head to the store and grab another one, and I'll be back. Alright guys, back for more. Grab the new wheel, look at that, and we're gonna get back to it. So let's see how this one works out.